What's the most embarrassing job you've ever had?
Oh my God, the most embarrassing. Oh, honestly, because I want people to try to find this. I did this PSA thing called All Kids Count, where it was me like at a table, like talking to the kids about just like things like yeah, like it's kind of like say no to drugs and like be careful talking to strangers. And there's a scene in it, I shit you not, where Larry King kidnaps a kid. Once the kid gets into the van and Larry King's driving and he like can't get back out of the van, his dad shows up and it's Larry King and this dad being like, see, that's like, you don't get in a car with strangers. It was Larry King helping it was all like fictional, it was all a scripted thing.
Larry King could kidnap your kid.
It's nuts and it's so cringy. You found All Kids Count?
That was so quick.
Like, I challenge you guys to find it. I found it. What?
It's a picture of Shayne.
Ew.
Robert Topp. Shayne
Your head is the same size, dude.
It's just you
That's why I had to get buff, because my head was too big.
You can't fall in order.
Oh my God.
That's just you but shrunk.
Dude, if someone can find the Larry King scene, specifically the Larry King scene.
It's a video, my guy.
I got a batch of vintage comic books here. Fantastic array of books. Slide that door open, take a peek. A little rough, give it a tug.
Oh my God.
I can't believe this is out there. I started a whole thing. Please feel free to meme All Kids Count.
The librarians are running the show and letting the Hollywood filmmakers do their thing. That's called creative expression.
Hi, I'm Corey and I'll be your host for All Kids Count. Today we're going to explore 3 important topics: internet safety, child abduction, and targeted school violence. Now, we've all come to discover the wonders of the internet, which gives us access to the world's knowledge. Just about anything you'd want to know is at your fingertips. You can explore your creativity. But as terrific as the web can be, it can also get a little bumpy. The smartest way to handle a cyberbully is to simply walk away. Ignore them.
Happened to me once. I just blocked their email.
They're no different than real bullies, but they hide behind a computer screen like little cowards. To effectively guard my passwords, I include letters, numbers, and an exclamation point.
The safest password is the one you don't tell anyone.
Very true, and don't ever think you're smarter than the rules. That's a tough lesson to learn.
And how did you learn that lesson? In reality, having a cyber friend isn't a real friend. On the internet, you never really know for sure who you're talking to. That includes people you meet when you play online games. When we started this episode, you said you knew the rules, but you broke them. Why?
I'll never do what I did again.
I'm sure, but you're not answering my question. You ever thought about why you did what you did?
Me? I spaced. My dad says I'm impulsive. Same thing he calls my mom. Next time around, I'll stop, look, and listen.
May not be easy for everyone, but it's important to have a connection with your parents on how you surf the net.
After what happened to me in the other episode, Mom started to worry about how much time I spent on the web, what sites I was visiting. So we came to an understanding, and now we have a contract.
Contract?
It's like a pledge where I promise to follow rules, and she promises to pay for the high-speed connection.
Any other thoughts? This is the child abduction episode of All Kids Count. The purpose of this segment is to learn how to prevent abduction from happening. We'll also show that keeping yourself and friends safe is understanding the power of no.
When you say abduction, is that the same as kidnapping?
Yes, it's just another word for kidnapping. Before we move forward, let's take a look at these well-known safety rules. When home alone, always keep the door locked and do not open it for anyone. Avoid shortcuts through empty parks, fields, yards, or alleys. Know your neighborhood. If you think you're being followed, go somewhere safe. Don't take chances. Be sure to move away from that car that pulls up beside you if you don't know the people inside. When leaving, be sure to let everyone know where you're going, who you'll be with, and what time you'll be back. In public places, always hang with friends or family. If you're lost in a public place, stay where you are. For sure, don't go off with people you don't know. Look for an authority figure, like a uniformed officer. Or find an employee with a name tag. And you know the police or sheriffs will always help.
There's this abandoned lot everyone cuts through to get to school.
Not a good idea. Anybody else here breaking the rules? Phil, did you have something to say?
It was horrible. The whole world saw me on TV.
Looked like your mom scared you straight.
Not so wise a decision for a wizard. I didn't make any decision. I just never thought twice if it was safe to get in that van.
We get the rule you broke. The question is, why'd you do it?
I guess I was just thinking more about comics than about the rules.
Speaking of magic, we kids have more power than we think. Whenever something doesn't feel right, use your power of no. And thank you for tuning into the abduction episode of All Kids Count. Please stay safe.